Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of Erinn's Book Club. I have another book read, and it actually affected me quite a lot today, because I had a little bit of time because I didn't go to the barn today because I got a promotion at work and it's made me exhausted, so I'm going to have to go back on the normal schedule next week. But anyway, that being said, I have a book that I read, and reading it, I was a little bit worried because I read the comments or reviews of other people before I started this book, and some of them weren't great, so I was a little bit concerned because it's a book from the series that I love and I didn't want it to ruin the series. So let's get into it. Let's start with the book itself. I read Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders of Pern, Dragon's Time by Todd McCaffrey. And I guess the both of them worked on it. Really, really good book. Very great cover. Let me first of all read the back of the book so that you understand what we're working with. Before I get into this, though, I want to say that this will not be a spoiler-free review. There will be lots of spoils in this review because I want to talk about the entire book and not have to limit anything that I want to say. So, you guys have been warned. If you haven't read this book, please stop the video now and read it and then come back. So, let me read the back of this book. Even though Loriana cured the plague that was killing the dragons of Pern, sacrificing her queen dragon in the process, the devastating disease has left far too few dragons alive to fight the fall of Deadly Thread. As morale at Talgar War plunges in the wake of the widespread loss, and Werewoman Fiona and the Harper Kingdom struggle to keep hope from vanishing, a pregnant Loriana decides she must take drastic steps. Nothing short of manipulating time itself will undo damage done by the plague, but attempting time travel could have devastating consequences, altering history and destiny forever. Now somehow Loriana must find a way to accomplish what seems impossible, bending the natural laws of the universe without wreaking havoc on existence itself. To ensure the future of Pern, she is willing to take the fateful chance, even if it demands yet another far greater sacrifice. So, when I first got into this book, I was a little bit leery because it had a lot of time travel in it, and that's kind of not what I got into the book for. Like, I like the series because of the dragons. I like the concept of going between to go to different places, but when you start bringing time travel into it, I just think that it brings in more complication than it needs to. However, this was done so well that it actually did not detract from the story. It enhanced the story. Also, I don't know if you guys heard my review from the book before this, but I had commented on if we were struggling so much with this plague that destroyed all the dragons and we're desperate for new dragons, why are we letting the queen dragons eat firestone and become infertile and not produce babies? Now, I know these books were written years ago, but it's almost as if the series makes you think of that question and then answers it in the next one, because it was answered in the next one. So it looks like when the greens do produce eggs, they only produce like the blues and the greens, which is why people didn't want to have them produce babies because they wanted more queens. But in the end, they decided to use them because they were that desperate, which I thought was great. I thought that was a wonderful way to explain things, to make it real, and then yet still use that as a countermeasure for the plague. I also want to mention here that the concept of these cats, these wild cats called the meows or whatever, in this book is amazing. It's intrigued me. I want to find out more about these cats, if they're actually an enemy or if they're not, because I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe they're not all the enemy. Maybe some of them are. I'm intrigued about that. Also, one of the comments of the reviewers who read this book said that she felt that Fiona was far too peace, love, and happiness and bringing in strays for the book. I, however, felt that Fiona was well within her character. I felt that the way that they wrote the relationship of the four people that were in love was really well done. It wasn't like a romantic, passionate, well, it was romantic and passionate, but the love was far beyond just the sex of it. It made love more of a entire entity than just an action, which I thought was well done and a great concept. The ending actually had me bawling when I thought that we were going to lose the character that I thought we were going to lose. That was awful, because I'd actually come to falling in love with her with all the books that I've been writing about her. And I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen in the next book. So I'm very excited. I do hope that, I'm going to order the next one right away, because incidentally I got paid today too. So that gives me enough money to order my next book. But all in all, wonderful book, a very well written book. I'm excited to get into the next one, but at the same time, I'm excited to go back in time and read more about the first and second passes, because I think I missed some of those. But really good book, and yeah, I guess I'll let you guys know when I have another book read. And when you need something quick and easy and fun to read, pick up Dragon Riders of Pern. It's one of the better books out there. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day.